this with the dot, an H with the dot at the bottom is a ha. So moving on, we have also created a Arabic keyboard that uses the Salim Arabic PDMS font, and it's a very beautiful font. The only thing is that there is no standard keyboard for this, so we have to create our own keyboard, and you can install that and use it. This is the file where there are the Quranic ayahs in the Arabic Salim font. The only thing is that some of these words in here do not have it's mostly issues with jazm. They don't have the jazm, so you might need to edit those before you actually put them in our books. This links is a very good source. You just click this and it will bring the browser. This is an Urdu to English dictionary that you can use that has over 30,000 words. It can be useful. It may not be extensive, but it can be useful. Google Scholar, or even Google in general, is a good place to research as to what would be the right word to use in the sentence. Idiom dictionary is a very good dictionary for idioms. Rhyming, yes, that's very important too, because as you've noticed, we actually we not only translate the Urdu ash'ar, but we actually translate them in a poem style, in a poetic style. So we try to rhyme some of the words in there so that the readability is enhanced. And this rhyming dictionary is an excellent source to use that for. Dictionary.reference.com, this word dictionary, that's a very good dictionary that gives you very complete and comprehensive meanings of words, and it has an extensive thesaurus and so on and so forth, but it doesn't give you much examples on how to use a certain word correctly. Your dictionary does not give the meanings in extensivity, or does not give you a very extensive thesaurus, but it does give you a lot of examples in how to use a certain word in sentences. So use both of these resources. SEM training was actually the SEM training guide that we created before, but now this is going to be replaced with the videos, so we probably don't need this anymore, but we'll just leave it in there for now. Templates, yeah, these are the templates, the layout and the keyboard shortcuts that contain a lot of good stuff for you. They have shortcuts, they have the page size already defined in the templates, and have a lot of styles defined, which you can actually use, and you will be using it. Terminology, we're trying to standardize the Dawah Islamic terminology like Madani Qafla, Madani Ina'amat, Madani Bahar, and so on and so forth, Ashiqani Rasul. So some of these we translate them into English, some of them we're trying to retain it in a more transliterated fashion, like this Madina, and then Ijtima, which is actually an Arabic word, and then Jami'atul Madina is also Arabic. Madani Ina'amat is Urdu, but that's a very important aspect of Dawah Islami. That's why we retain that. And remember, a lot of these we are currently in talks with Markaz about standardizing these, so that not only the USA Majlis, but anywhere around the world where people are spending time in translating these, once these are standardized, they can use the same translations. And that way, inshallah azza wa jal, our translations and our books in English will be uniform and consistent. Same thing with Islamic terminology. Titles of the Prophet, a very distinctive feature of Amir of Ahlus Sunnah and Dawah Islami's books is that they not only they actually use a lot of titles for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which gives to the reader the status and the maqam of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not only that, but it also some of them are really they also show the aqidah, like ilmul ghaib and so on and so forth. So we've translated some of these. Not all of them are in here, but we try to do our best. As soon as we encounter something, we put them in here, and I suggest that you do the same. If you find some title that's not in there, translate it, come up with a good good title and put it in there so that other brothers can benefit. Same idea with the titles of scholars. Like we don't use Hadrat when it's used for a Sahabi, like in Urdu, because it's not commonly used in Arabic. Mufti, however, is commonly used. That's why we've retained it. Instead of Allama Maulana, we've actually used Sheikh, which is very common too. And then for Sayyiduna, we use, like if it's a companion, we use the companion Sayyiduna Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, or sometimes we use the companion Sayyidatuna Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anhu when Ummul Mu'mineen is not used for her. If it is, then we sometimes use Mother of the Faithfuls, and so on and so forth. I hope you get the idea. Transliteration. This is a chart that we've created from Arabic to English Roman transliteration. As you can see, all these dots and diacritics and so on and so forth. We use that, and we expect you to use it too. Well, it seems that we're running to the end of our tutorial and introduction today. This is the guide that we created before we had the videos. I suggest that you read the first chapter, which contains some issues and the problems that we've dealt with in the past, that we've actually, in the translations that were published, not done by us, done by others. We have identified major issues and areas that we needed to work on, and that will give you a feel for what our vision is about the translation. Similarly, the chapter 2 is more about our standards and our transliteration toolkit, about templates, and this is a written text doc where we are actually we are going to put all of this in videos. So if you want to use, you can use this as a reference manual. So that's all for this edition, my dear brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the opportunity and the power and the tawfiq and the strength to consistently face and counter the trickery of shaitan, and give us the consistency in spending more and more time for Dawat Islami's translations. Jazakallahu khairah.